So yeah, this just arrived today. God, why do I keep doing such stupid shit? Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Thanks for tuning in. Now, before I get into this, I need to mention that I've been on YouTube for a relatively short time now. So even those of you who've subscribed and have been tuning into the channel here regularly won't know this about me, but you're gonna find out at some point, so I might as well come clean about it now. I do a lot of stupid shit. And I mean a lot. All the time, it seems. And what I mean by this is doing things like, I don't know, buying old used RC cars, thinking I can restore and rehabilitate them into something usable. Now, I'd like to think that I'm not the only person who does something like this. I'm sure many of us in this hobby at some point or another think to ourselves, hey, I'm sure I can get that running again, when we come across what we think is a good deal on an old, or even not that old, RC car. And more often than not, the truth becomes relatively quickly evident that there was a reason that RC car was going for so cheap, because it's actually not worth trying to fix. Sometimes parts become very valuable because they become very rare and hard to find, and it ends up costing you more to buy replacement parts than it did to actually buy the RC car in the first place. And this isn't just limited to RC cars. You could say this about RC airplanes, boats, helicopters, drones, you name it. Now, usually this sort of revelation typically causes many to learn their lesson the first time and never do anything so stupid ever again, and instead just stick to buying something new. What sets yours truly apart is that I never seem to learn this lesson, which is why I'm making this video. Because, well, I did it again. Inside this box, which was literally just delivered today, is another one of those cheap RC cars I found and thought to myself, I bet I can get that running again. Now, don't let the box fool you. The fact that this is an Amazon box, this is actually an eBay purchase. The seller probably likely did what the rest of us would do and just reused an old Amazon box. Now, even though I've been dying to open this since it was dropped off, I haven't done so yet. I also haven't revealed what it is in the title or the description of the video, because I wanted to capture this unboxing and surprise on camera with you guys, so we can all share in my stupidity as a collective. This is going to be as much of a surprise for you as it will be for me, even though I know what's inside the box. So, without further ado, let's get into this thing. Well, there it is, guys. It's 1/10 scale, it's on road, it's 4-wheel drive, it's a Tamiya TG10 Mark I Pro, and it's nitro powered. I honestly never thought I'd own a nitro powered RC car. The way this hobby has been going the last few years, it seemed to me that I'd only ever have electric RC cars going forward, which I'm totally fine with. Brushless electrics with LiPo power, it's extremely appealing, and it's got tremendous performance potential. Plus, there's no mess, no fumes, no frustration. Just charge it up, turn it on, and go. But I have to say, there's always been something about running a nitro car that's always been intriguing to me. So when I came across this car, going across the auction block, I thought I'd give it a try. So I threw in a bid, crossed my fingers, and well, here it is. Now, I should mention, there's not a hell of a lot I know about this car other than what was listed in the auction. Now the seller did say that there was no transmitter included and no electrics in the car, which is more than likely going to be the case. Let's see if we can't get into this and check it out. Ooh. This is the very first time I've had this body off, so you guys are coming along for the ride with me here. There's the body. Mercedes, I'm assuming it's a CLK or E-Class, possibly E-Class. Yeah. And there is the car itself. So now the seller did say, like I said, he said there'd be no electronics, and I mean, just looking through this thing right now, well, you know what? I think he may have been mistaken, because it does look like there is a receiver sort of buried deep down inside there. There's obviously servo, and there's two servos, one for steering obviously and one for throttle. They both look like they are Futaba, and they are both the same. They're S3003. And there is a receiver. There's also a Futaba receiver as well, although I can't really make out which one it is, so I don't know. Maybe I'll see if I can't dig into it a little bit further. But I gotta say, I mean, looking at this right now, it actually looks to be in really, really nice shape. You can see the chassis side itself has virtually no scratches on it whatsoever. Yeah, actually this doesn't look too bad at all. Huh. So, as I was saying, I mean, outside of what was said in the auction listing itself, there really isn't much that I know about this car. The engine that's on it it's not a Tamiya, it's an RB Products C12 3-port pull start, I believe, pull start motor. Although I'm not gonna lie, I don't see where the pull start is, so maybe it isn't a pull start. I don't think it is. So I'm guessing I'm gonna need some kind of a starter box for this thing. But, I mean, with that said, this is a motor I know absolutely nothing about. Much like, I guess, the rest of the car, really. Obviously, this car is used, so it's going to need a little bit of cleanup, but most of this cleanup really doesn't look too bad. Maybe a part or two might need to be replaced. Again, just sort of looking at this, I don't really see too much wrong with it, but, once I get into it, I'm sure I might find something here or there. But I have to admit, I mean, this thing actually looks really pretty good. Now, I will admit, I have done a little bit of research on the TG10 chassis. It is discontinued, so Tamiya no longer makes this anymore. However, from what I found out, it was meant for competitive use, and this being the Pro version, included a number of hop-up items like ball bearings, super low friction dampers, which I think came off of a TA03. It's got a lightweight flywheel, a revised lower deck when compared to the non-Pro TG1 or TG10 Mark 1. And it's also got a carbon fiber upper deck, which I believe the TG10 non-Pro version came with a plastic upper deck. I'm sure there's probably a lot of other details about this chassis I'm probably missing. As I said, I know nothing about this car, really. But, I mean, well, there you have it, guys. This is a relatively short video showing you guys the new addition to the stable. Of course, now it means I get to learn all about this Tamiya TG10 and nitro cars in general. Speaking of which, if you guys know anything about these Tamiya TG10s or on-road nitro cars in general, I'd love to hear some of your comments or opinions below. Any tips, suggestions, advice on what to do and how to get started, I'd greatly appreciate it. As I said, I know nothing about nitro cars nor the TG10 chassis, so this is going to be one steep learning curve. But I have a feeling it's going to be a fun one. You know what? Maybe doing stupid ain't so bad after all, huh? Thanks for watching, guys. I'll catch you in the next one. See ya. Oh, and by the way, before I let you guys go, I'm sure you're wondering how much I paid for it. It was literally just over $100. Yeah, just over $100 for a Nitro 110 scale on-road four-wheel drive Tamiya RC car. Kind of a no-brainer, huh? No. I'll see you guys.